and a businessman of many years.
Mr. Speaker, that is being malicious, Mr. Speaker, and he has been sent to finish me. Yeah, I don't know by who.
The only concern is that you asked the candidates many incisive questions, and the question of their worth was at the tail end of every interview. And even the candidates gave very clear explanations, like Soipan said, her growth is because of the appreciation of the assets that she had. And I believe it applied to everybody. But what we see in the headlines is totally different.
In fact, the Honorable Soipan said appreciation of land and a house she has acquired in Nairobi. And I think it's important for the public to also know all these cabinet secretaries once appointed into office, just like members of parliament, access mortgage facilities to buy a property in Nairobi if you didn't have one. Soipan has also been a member of parliament for 3 terms. So it's fair because maybe next time it will be, these members here will be here being vetted to appreciate that Honorable Mary Amase has been a member of parliament for 3 terms. Whatever she is worth, and she also has other consultancy she does and other businesses.
What about me 6 terms?
We will only question what you will own if you are to declare here.
Mr. Speaker, on the same breath, even Honorable Soipan went ahead and declared even the loans. And if you look at her declaration, she has a loan of 49 million shillings, which is not yet paid and removed from the net worth. So we need to be sensitive on some of these.
Speaker,
Yes,
Chairman.
Honorable Speaker, I just said I think it's also important for members of the media to understand that the fact that you own properties or your net worth is high is not a disqualification, or it does not make you unsuitable. And the fact that you declare your wealth is not for use now, but for use in future. If, let's say, your wealth that you declared at the time of entering office, if there is alleged corruption against you, that is used to assess whether you legally acquired the property while in office. So it's not for use now. Similarly, the wealth declaration form, the wealth declaration form and the self-declaration form that is deposited at the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Authority, I know that the EACC have spoken in the media the day before yesterday and said that they clear candidates. EACC has no authority whatsoever in law to clear anyone. They can only investigate you for corruption. So the self-declaration form is for custody by EACC for future investigation should they be necessary. Similarly, the wealth declaration form that public servants leave with their employees is for use only at the time that you're being investigated and they have received a court order asking for the wealth declaration form. So it's important that the media get the facts right. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, let me explain this. Mr. Speaker, there is no harm in somebody being rich. And there is no harm, it is not a crime in somebody being poor. But what I think people expect is just a proper explanation on how, when you declare this is my wealth, what is the source, what is it? The question that has come up is, let's say you have worked for 30 years and you made a wealth of 400 million. And you have worked for 2 years and you have made a wealth of 150 million. So that's the comparison that they are looking at. If you explain how you made that 150, there is no harm, Mr. Speaker. Richness is not a crime, as you say. I agree with you. And poor is dangerous.
Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You know, this is not even new. When we did the vetting last time, all headlines talked about the billions and the hundreds of millions that the nominees were worth. So I think it's something that maybe the media feels can sell. And because of freedom of media, we can allow them to report it the way they see it.
Curtailing their freedom at all.
Mr. Speaker, I'm aware that Ichungwah is worth 5 billion as of now.
Why are you understating him?
Honorable Speaker, I was wondering why he's understating.
Why are you understating him? Can we break for 10 minutes?